Hello and welcome to the Q&A live stream for the AI Academy and the AI Incubator. This is the final day to sign up for them. So this is live to chat through any questions that people have and talk more about any questions that you've got around AI and how you can use it to help grow your business. So do let me know where you're watching from in the comments and introduce yourselves to anyone else who's hanging out on the live stream with us. And if you have any specific questions, then please do pop them in the chat and I am here to answer them. I also just want to make sure that everyone can hear me okay after my webinar mishap with tech the other week. So hopefully you can hear me. My audio says it's working. So I'm going to keep going until I see otherwise in the chat. So let me dive in to, hey, Matthew, good to see you. And I'm glad that you can hear me. That's awesome. So Ali's here as well. Hello. And Julie as well. Nice to see you all here. Awesome. So I'm live streaming on LinkedIn for the first time. So if you're watching on LinkedIn, hello, and on YouTube and Facebook as well as in StreamYard. So it's everywhere right now. Heather is here. Heather is a productivity strategist. Love that. We all need a little bit more productivity in our lives. You must love AI as well because the amount of productivity it can help with is awesome. So earlier on today, I sent an email around that was 22 ways to make money using AI. So I also thought we'd talk about that to get us in the zone for how AI can help, and maybe it will give you some question inspiration if you don't already have questions lined up as well. I'm everywhere. I am. It's very uncomfortable, but that's, yeah, a conversation for another time, being perceived on the internet. Not my fave. So, okay, so we're going to kick off with the 22 ways that you can make money in your business using AI, just as a little recap, so that if you have any questions around how AI systems and knowing more about how to use AI can support your business, this gives you some good starting points. So if you're on my mailing list, this will be in your inbox and you can click over and check it out anytime. But we have different ways that we can use AI to help us grow our businesses. We always think about things like growing our revenue, obviously, when it comes to making money, but we can also save money and save time. And we can only save time usually by outsourcing something that costs money. So when I'm talking about marketing resources, as an example, we talked about this in one of my workshops on Wednesday. When you're thinking about your resources, you have energy, confidence, and skills, as well as your time and your money. So there are some objective measurable resources, and then there are subjective non-measurable resources that take up a lot of our measurable resources. So if we take skills, for instance, it's really hard to close a skills gap without spending time on something, or potentially spending a little bit of money on something and then less time. If you are not feeling confident with something, you can often find yourself procrastinating and you're spending a lot more time when it comes to getting things done. And Heather in the chat, as a productivity specialist, is the person to go to if you are in that particular zone. So do make sure you keep an eye out in the chat for any other business owners that it would be good for you to connect with. So when we are thinking about how AI can help us, most people are like, I need to make more money in my business, and we all can feel like that sometimes, but there are a couple of ways for us to think about that. So there are objective things that it can help us with in terms of making money beyond like the generic advice that people are like, oh, use ChatGPT to sell a digital product. You don't own the copyright to that. You don't own the intellectual property if you just create something in ChatGPT and then sell it. So it's a really bad business strategy, and I do not advise it. There are other ways to use AI to help you create really good quality products. But there are other things that are going to help you make money if you are able to utilize AI in your systems regularly. And that includes things like marketing content, and all of the people inside Marketing Magic who are using that tool on a regular basis are able to use AI to create their marketing content consistently. You can use it to improve your website. And in my day in AI on Wednesday, I showed how I used GPT to create some custom CSS to give my members Vault landing page a little bit of a makeover. So I made the search bar rounded and in my brand colors, and I gave it a little outline there as well. So there are a couple of other things that I've done with that, but that is one example of how you can really easily do things to improve your website as well. And even if you're not someone who knows how to code. Personalizing your marketing, because you have freed up time with creating your marketing content, you can actually create more specific content targeted to some of your audience, and you can create segments a lot more easily and communicate to smaller groups of your audience a lot more easily. Setting up email automations. Lots of people have got email subscribers, and I have to say I'm one of them, where if you had more email automations set up that were going out more regularly, you would be making more money in your business. And the bottlenecks to that are often connected to things like the tech setup. So how do I set up an automated campaign on whatever your email platform is? How do I what content should I put in it? So there are lots of things where we can kind of get lost in a bit of a wormhole, and it can slow us down. But when we are using AI in our systems at a very simplistic level, we can ask GPT to give us a checklist, a step-by-step process for how to create a automated sequence in MailerLite, for instance, or what's the best way to set it up in Flowdesk. So you can get those step-by-step instructions that help you contextually take action on the things that are going to improve your systems and help you to get your things in front of your customers a lot more regularly. Coming up with ideas for new products or revenue streams in your business, launching new products, including all of the assets once you've created your product, and gone through that ideation process, launching it. And again, Marketing Magic helps with some of these things. But when we're thinking about AI in our businesses more widely, we're not just thinking about our marketing. We're thinking about things like, okay, I've got a very specific use case for this particular part of my business that takes me a lot of time. Maybe it's your client calls, for instance, or your process for onboarding new clients, where you might have something going on in your business and you might want to be able to optimize it. And being more confident with AI skills more generally, and kind of understanding the application for it and how to think about it and how to structure your requests and things like that, all helps to make your business much more efficient. So selling old or existing products, creating sales scripts, identifying opportunities for business growth, the ideas here have all got a little bit more context attached to them. Pricing strategy is a really interesting one that not many people necessarily think about. But if we go over to platform.openai, outline a pricing strategy for the AI Training Academy, which includes 7 courses or masterclasses, 16 comprehensive prompt packs, a custom prompt builder, 12 months on Slack, and a private podcast feed. So I'm going to change my settings very slightly. I'm going to hit run and let's see what it does. So let's take a little look at what GPT thinks we should do for a pricing strategy for this. So it's going to generate, we're seeing that markdown come through, and if we scroll up to the top now for this result, we have got some market research and analysis where it's saying, go and check out what else is going on out there in the world, typical pricing strategy, cost structure, make sure you've identified what your costs are, and then here are your pricing tiers. So it's got a whole load of different suggestions here for 3 different tiers. It's just one tier for the AI Training Academy. So this has made it more complicated than I need it to be for this particular instance. But if I wasn't sure how to price something, and I know that there's a whole lot going on, this is one example of how AI can help to be a sort of conversationalist strategically for that. And that was with very little, prompt and context there as well. So there were different examples of ways to save time as well. Some of them might be things that you had already kind of thought about, but you haven't implemented yet for your business. And so if you are, checking this out and you're kind of curious a little bit about how to start saving more time in your business, choosing one of these things and, setting aside 30 minutes to interact with an AI language model and look at how you could create that system in your own business is potentially going to save you a whole lot of time. So Lucy, when I was talking to her about this and about the AI Training Academy, I said to her that one of the guarantees that I wanted to give people was that for every 1 hour you spend listening to something in the AI Training Academy, it will give you 5 hours back in your day. And Lucy was like, bold. And I'm like, yeah, it is bold. But 5 hours back for every 1 hour that you invest is a minimum time investment, to be honest. Like with Marketing Magic, we've had people who've spent, a couple of hours maybe in total, just feeling super confident with it right back in the early days when it was more complicated to set up as well. And they're now saving 30 to 40 hours a month. So 1 hour invested and 5 hours of saved time is the absolute minimum. I would say 10 hours for every 1 hour. But because this is the first sort of launch of it, I want to make sure we've got some actual numbers aside from that before I start, giving you things that sound super outrageous. But it really is likely to be more like 1 hour invested and 10 hours saved. So that's just to give you a little example of some things and systems that can maybe be a consideration for you. They're there for you to check out regardless of whether you decide to join the AI Training Academy or not. So let's have a look at the questions. Jillian's here. Great to see you. Jillian is a content marketing strategist and part of our Marketing Magic community. And Matthew, on a related note, there are opportunity costs from not making more money sooner and not saving more time sooner. Yes, exactly. Matthew gets it, but I didn't want to overcomplicate it. So the missed opportunity costs are really significant as well. And ultimately, AI is becoming a really integral part of our businesses, regardless of whether we want it to or not. And it is something that can really help us to do more of what we want to be doing. So the AI Training Academy is designed to help you upskill the things that are going to give you confidence when it comes to interacting with AI and then using the results of what you generate as well. So Tori, will we learn how to create apps that intersect ChatGPT with our teachings or templates, like our one-page business plan templates, such as creating a ChatGPT prompt that will help your students apply the work you have them do in your course? Yes, so let's take a look at that. So this is all my, yes, sorry, I can't. I've got too many tabs open. My internet is sketchy. And where are we? Here we go. So the AI Training Academy, let's look at what's involved. And we're just going to stick with the graphic. So AI for course creators is going to help with some of that. I know that you're not a course creator, but there are things in that where when it comes to delivering any kind of structure or resource, that's going to be a helpful place to begin. So for things like your lead magnets as well, really anything where it's one-to-many, AI for one-to-many, that is going to be a super helpful space to begin. AI for offer and product strategy is going to help with the design of things. So that would cover a little bit of it as well. But this is really thinking about how do we, use AI when it comes to developing ideas, products, services. So Tori, for you with your retreats, that is the kind of place there where for 90 minutes you're going to get that system, and then you will be able to, roll out the fully finished but product with no problem whatsoever, including any resources attached to it. So that's the kind of skills that covers, including tools for how we can deliver things. So for AI for course creators, one of the things that we cover is looking at how to create custom GPTs for your course, but also AI assistants that can help you with the troubleshooting and questions and support for your courses as well. But the other thing that I wanted to mention to you was this prompt engineering piece here, which is going to help you create the prompts. So all of that will be covered individually. You can do any of these things on their own, but for some of the workshops, they're going deeper on one of the concepts. So for instance, AI for course creators is going to give you all of the things that you need for delivering a one-to-many product. Prompt Engineering 101 is going to help you feel much more confident drafting prompts for a variety of different things. So this is literally gold, right? I'm so excited about this. And then the custom prompt builder is designed to help you get very niche tasks in your business sorted without having to constantly start from scratch when it comes to interacting with not just ChatGPT, but also using Claude and some of the other large language models that we're seeing come out as well, Google's Bard, etc. So really, the AI Training Academy is going to give you skills that allow you to interact with multiple different AI technologies, and also the confidence to choose which ones to use for particular use cases as well. If that sounds really complicated, please don't worry, because when we are in these workshops, one of the things that I try exceptionally hard to do all the time is provide you with real life examples of these things in practice. That is part of the reason I haven't launched this sooner, is because that is harder to do with AI being an emerging technology. So I've built a load of things myself. So you've got things in practice, or things to use as templates, things to use as a base to help you understand, what it could look like, and then reverse engineer. Oh, okay, so then now I can create that for my business. And so there's a huge amount of actionable examples provided throughout these different masterclasses and resources as well. AI for marketing, obviously, lots of people have marketing magic, and it is iconic, I have to say. After the marketing magic is the best money you can spend on your business, and the AI Training Academy is the second best money. Well, the AI Training Academy or the AI Incubator. But the AI for marketing, this is specifically looking at marketing strategy. So the 7 Ps of the marketing mix, and how you can use AI to create a comprehensive marketing strategy for your business that looks at all of the ingredients that make marketing genuinely successful at strategic business level. So AI for marketing is looking at that kind of strategic side of marketing and making sure that you're really comfortable and confident that all of those key components are covered. There is more information about the workshops down the page here, which if you haven't seen that yet, that wasn't there on Tuesday, but it's there now. And then AI for launches is how you can use AI to help create more engaging experience for launches, but also how you can do product launches more effectively as well. So because when you join the AI Training Academy, you will have access to the Slack channel, which will not be available if you buy any of these things individually. The Slack channel is only available if you buy the AI Training Academy before midnight tonight, or if you decide to join the AI Incubator, which has a whole lot of one-to-one support where I help you with system design and stuff as well, and small group support with that. If you have questions about that, I can come to that in a second. But if you purchase any of these things individually, the Slack channel is not accessible. It is only accessible for people who have access to everything. And if there is a specific use case where you're trying to do something, you can ask a question, and Lucy and Rachel and I are there to make sure that you have the exact lesson information or piece of content or resource that you need to get that done. So we'll always make sure that you have what you need with that as well, and how to think through these different systems and projects through the lens of AI. So GPT helped me organize a bundle and assets and pricing it out for what I wanted to include. Nice. Love that. Tori, will we learn how to implement the Python code we get sent from Assembly AI to use new AI features? Tori, if you are wanting to do that, then the incubator is the space for that. And I'm absolutely happy to talk through that in the incubator. The Python side of things is more advanced than anything that is in the AI Training Academy as it is, because it is not designed for people who are sort of doing the raw coding side of things, but that is in the AI Incubator. Rachel, thanks for the. I'm gonna put this up here. So Rachel is on my team. So the prompt engineering is worth the price on its own. Having seen how you do this myself, I know it'll blow everyone that does it away. So there you go. That's Rachel from my team, and I'm paying her to be on my team, but I'm not paying her to say nice things on this live stream. Matthew, so on prompt engineering, what I'd love to be able to do is provide my students and clients with a set of simple prompts that they can use to improve their offers and copy based on a set of keywords that will relate best to their chosen audience. For example, appeal more to high-speed innovators. Does that make sense? Will this be the sort of thing that I can learn in the AI Training Academy? Love the specificity of your question, Matthew. Iconic, and absolutely yes. So that is exactly the kind of thing that you can start to implement in your business with the skills that you learn in the AI Training Academy. So you are able to provide additional value for your clients because you will understand how to create the prompts for them that are going to get genuinely good results for them, rather than giving them things that might work, but you're not 100% sure how good the quality is going to be. It really gets into the sort of nitty gritty of how you can provide that, again, either within your services where you're just learning how to do prompt engineering and then you're using that skill yourself, or as you think about how to implement it in more of a one-to-many environment as well. I'd love to create a biz collab matchmaking app or help with my business owner clients. Tori, that is the classic example of the perfect AI incubator project, where that would 100% be possible for us to build while you're in the AI incubator. So let me have so this is what's included in the AI Training Academy. They are actionable resources. They will be available in my member vault area, as of course I've been getting this all set up. Look how pretty it looks. So they'll be available in here. When you're in the AI Training Academy, you'll have access to everything. It will be user friendly, so you can find things easily. You're not going to have to go into multiple different things. You will be able to buy things individually as well. And you'll see that I'm getting my replay set up here because my Squarespace system wasn't working. And I was like, I'm taking the leap and I'm going to get Member Vault set up. So I've been doing that this month. Now, within this, the AI Training Academy individual products will be available for you to purchase, but they will be, $97, $147, $297 kind of prices, because the value in them is absolutely immense. But we've got the AI Incubator as well. And if you have the incubator, you will also have access to the Training Academy. So when you are in the incubator, you get everything. The difference is that when you are in the incubator, there is support, feedback, and additional training. So we have got monthly group coaching and hot seats that look at the specific projects that you're working on right now and how they can be made more effective. You've got monthly AI systems and processes where I am building assistants and things that are going to be usable for you in your business. You can take them and use them for different things. You can also request different systems and processes if there's something particularly gnarly that you're working on and you're like, how do I make this more efficient? That is something that I will be able to create a templated assistant for, and then you can take that and use that. You get all of the access to the AI Training Academy, but you also, which has the masterclasses in it. The courses and group programs are slightly different, and I'm going to talk you through those now. And we also have got some additional workshops and small group Q&As with guest experts that I will be inviting in to discuss different elements of AI as well. I have also created a private podcast feed to put my general musings around AI and marketing in. And that is because they are actually really interesting if you're interested in AI and marketing. I have a couple of friends who bring their notebooks when we hang out. So that's so uncomfortable for me to say. I literally am like breaking out in a cold sweat, but because of the amount of reading and research that I'm doing, I would love to be able to listen to something like that. So I was like, I'm going to add it in there. And if you are interested in it, you'll be able to pick and choose that, and they'll be labeled really clearly and everything as well. And then also connected to the reading research that I do, you'll get summaries of the sort of key findings and research as I'm reading different books. And I might let you vote on which books I should read next. So my AI courses and programs are what I wanted to focus on here, because the AI for service providers is a 4-week program. You can sign up for these things individually, and the normal price is right now. When it launches, it may end up being more than that. That's the minimum it's going to be. But AI for service providers is how to build out your client systems for everything in your service provision. And we work together in that to make sure that you have optimized and saved time at each point, and that you've got all of your processes and things in place for that. Custom GPTs and AI assistants is an advanced version of the basics that get taught in AI for course creators, for instance, where we'll be looking at much more robust AI assistants and custom GPTs that you can roll out as features within your own business as well. And then the AI System Design Group program. This is the where Tori was saying about wanting to create something that matchmakes her clients, etc. The system design program is basically a capstone project where you pick something that you want to do, something that you want to work on, and then we work through it together. And I am supporting you with the build out and making sure that you have all of the resources for that. And you've basically got access to ask me any questions as you are doing that as well. So those extra things are included in the incubator because there's more like one-to-one input and support in that program. And we have got the monthly hot seats and group coaching that are, again, focused on making sure this isn't it's not just a learning environment. You are going to be learning things, but the point of the incubator is to make sure that you're implementing and saving time and money. And I did say this, I am going to say this actually for the incubator. If you join the incubator and you take part in especially the courses and programs, so if you do either the service provider or the GPTs or the system design program, and you don't make $3,000 back in the 12 months that you're in this system, I will refund you, because there is no way that you are not going to make a significant amount of business growth from what I have outlined. And so the AI Incubator is designed if you're really wanting to implement and build things out for your own business, but at a deeper level, and you want to have some help and support to do that. So hopefully that makes sense. For most people, the AI Training Academy is sufficient for what you need to get started, and you can crack on and get stuck in with the higher level stuff down the line if you decide you want to. But this is really about giving you those core skills and confidences to use AI technology and to make sure that as the internet continues to change and as technology continues to emerge, you have got up-to-date skills that you feel comfortable applying to your business and using to adapt your systems, processes, and offers based on what's going on out there on the wider internet. So the base price for this is obviously set at $997, or if you have, let me scroll all the way down here, set at $997 or 6 payments of $167 for the AI Training Academy. The AI Incubator is $3,000 or 12 payments of $250. And so you get a longer payment plan for that. You have access to everything once you've bought it. So the AI Training Academy, even after the 12 months, you can come back to it. During the 12 months, if there is anything that changes or any emerging technologies happen, or it comes up like multiple times as a question that people are struggling with, and there's a missing resource, I will create that resource. So all of the extra things that might happen in the next 12 months that it might be helpful for you to have as a resource to be able to come back to are not included in this list. This is like the bare minimum of what you will get. But if anything changes, then you will get access to any additional resources that I create for that as well, so that you can feel really confident that you're staying up to date with the latest trends and changes and the things that are going on in the world. I'd like to include the above kinds of prompts to students and courses and to clients so they can apply what I teach them about personality-based offers and copywriting without me having to write their copy for them. Yes, Matthew, that is 100% the kind of thing that you'll be able to do within the AI Training Academy. Can you talk through the programs and trainings that are in the incubator? So I've done the courses there, and I hope that makes sense in terms of the difference. Maybe I should have both of these things set up. Sorry, let me open both the tabs instead of flipping between the two. So the things that are in the AI Training Academy, they are 90 minutes. So I've positioned these as masterclasses for the AI for course creators, content repurposing, etc. Mainly because I could talk about this stuff for 5 working days. But what you need to know as a business owner can be condensed into 90 minutes, and they come with, you know, the templates, the prompts, the resources that you need to take action in that space, and they are enough to help you get momentum and really see quick results. And they're also available obviously on the podcast feed. So they're 90 minutes, and they're really designed to help you understand the space, how it can be used, and then you can apply it in a self-paced way in your own business. The things that are in the incubator are courses and programs because they're over multiple weeks and they have a lot more kind of interaction. So in the 4-week mini program, you will be able to come onto a group call. We'll be able to look at what your systems look like currently, what opportunities there are, what are the things that you enjoy doing, what are the things you don't enjoy doing, what are the things you'd love to do if you had more time. And then we can make sure that you've created, by the end of that 4-week process, a clear map of how AI supports the different elements and areas of your course. So that's why they're positioned as courses and programs rather than masterclasses, because they are a little bit more interactive and you are really building something out. Like, to be honest, these both should be 997 as well. But I one should use AI for my pricing strategy, probably. 2, I like doing things where I know that regardless of what state or stage of business you're at, you can find benefit in taking part in that program and really see growth happen as a result of it. The AI systems and processes I didn't talk about before, beyond just mentioning, but these are some examples of those systems and processes, and some of them might be things that you looked at in that course, for instance, but that's going to be a templated version that I create, and you can then use if you choose, or you can edit it and use it as a base. But there are things that are going on in my own business that I've got systems for that I am happy to sort of make a little bit more generic and tell you how to customize them for your own business, and you can make a copy of them. So hopefully that makes sense. And then apart from that, it's the sort of group piece as well, and then obviously everything that is included in there. I work for a career coaching company, and I'd love to build out an AI system that helps people refresh their resume through AI based on our proven process and other examples like that. We also give prospects a blueprint, which is a tentative coaching plan based on their responses to specific questions. And I'd love to design an AI tool for that. Would the incubator cover that? 100%. Again, super exciting project, and it will absolutely cover that, Gillian, as well. Will you hold my hand? I will hold your hand. Matthew, I do think that you would get what you needed out of the AI Training Academy. If you wanted to have some additional support, obviously, when it comes to some of those other systems in your business, then the AI Incubator would work for you as well. But I'm not doing a hard sell on the incubator, because you really you want to feel confident and comfortable that it is the right thing for you. But it is it has a lot more of the sort of support and feedback, so that you can kind of get things out a little bit more quickly. And then it also looks at some of the core skills behind designing systems that are wider reaching than just sort of prompting based on tasks and specific projects that you're working on. Yeah. So what I will say is that if you are, building out the low cost side of things, the easiest way to do that at scale so that your business is profitable is adding in really solid automations and systems. So if you are wanting to, it's almost more helpful to have the support for those systems where multiple people are going to be using them, because if you don't have those in place, in order to grow your business, you have to grow your, customer support and all of that kind of thing. So it will work either way. The custom GPTs and AI assistants are more helpful for the low cost offer products. So it might be that you don't decide to do the AI service provider program when that's running, but you will get a huge amount of benefit from the GPTs and AI assistants side of things when it comes to the low cost offer. And I have got some really cool examples of how I've been using that and a couple of other projects that I'm working on sort of behind the scenes for Marketing Magic, that I will be able to explain the process behind when it comes to creating those, the sort of the so the idea of having a product assistant, for instance, and being able to build some of those things out, not only for your own use, but also what that looks like for your clients and customers as well. Gillian, for the career coaching AI tools I'm wanting to create, with the academy cover that as well, or is it more the incubator? For the example that you have given, because it has a sort of an AI system that builds out people's resumes and you've got a process in place, so you're basically creating an AI system based on an existing process that you go through, the AI Incubator is going to be the place for that. The AI for course creators is looking at the sort of elements of course creation, for instance, and then offer and product strategy is looking at how to do some of those individual things, but it isn't designing and like a process, it's giving you a process. So if you are wanting to design a process, then the AI Incubator is a good place for that. The reason that I say that, and you might be able to reverse engineer from what I say in some of the workshops in the AI Training Academy, how to do the system design stuff, but I'm not teaching it explicitly or really mentioning it. The reason that I'm saying about the incubator here is because as you tackle this project, the amount of testing and iteration that is needed in order to get to the point where you've got a usable system for your clients is really significant. Because I have spent over 18 months going through that on multiple levels. Like Rachel's here, she'll tell you how much time we spend, a huge amount of time in testing. But the reason for the amount of testing we do is that the first time you run it, it isn't going to give you necessarily consistent results. And that's the thing that takes time. It's not necessarily the actual prompting itself, it's all of the repetition of kind of understanding across different models, etc. And when you're using it for system design and there are processes where you already know what the outcome is, identifying the sort of core components that are going to make that system really successful is a more iterative process, and it will be shortcut significantly because we're able to do a bit more one-to-one support and small group support in the incubator. So I hope that makes sense. So much testing. Yeah. Beata, will any type of AI image creation tools be part of the academy as well? So I will be talking about it. I haven't put it in the sort of core jigsaw because we'll be kind of talking about it within the masterclasses for what that looks like. I also have got a mini a resource on the ethics of AI image creation, because there are a whole host of issues around this. And I'm just going to tell you now as well, like this is just, take this for free, because a lot of the stuff that I do on data privacy, I don't like to charge for because it's information that everybody needs to know, but it is like really helpful to have, and I am including that so you can access it, but it'll be within the course area so you can kind of refer back to it, but it's not added as a value add on the page because it's stuff that just should be public knowledge. Image creation, there are a few things here which include the number of parameters that AI models have been trained with. So for machine learning and AI, we need to have a really large data set for training to avoid the same materials that have been used in training being spat back out at us. So when we think about some of the prompting techniques, like fine tuning, for instance, the issues with that are that if you don't provide a huge amount of data for the AI to be able to analyze, you will end up getting basically the same information that you've put into it already. So when you take image generation as an example, the data sets are not as comprehensive as the tokens for natural language processing. And there are more issues and risks around plagiarism and the use of copyrighted work in the image generation models than there are in the language and generative text models. So that's just a slight, it's hard to explain some of this stuff without it being just it sounding complicated, because AI is a technology, right? And it's got a lot of language around it that is new to us. So the image generation, I will provide guidelines, etc., but I will also be providing sort of recommendations based on the intellectual property side of things. And I highly, 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 highly recommend that you never give permission or access to your facial features or voice to AI tools or technologies unless you are 100% certain that your rights are ironclad in their terms and conditions and privacy policy, because the giving of your biometric data to AI models is a huge issue for your personal security and data privacy. So there are things like that that I talk a little bit more about and explain a bit more about why we need to be careful about those things in the resources that talk about data privacy, etc. And I will get them like public on my website at some point. I just have been busy sorting out marketing magic and building out the content and stuff for these. But that is just, you know, some stuff to be mindful of when it comes to anything to do with image, and then also anything that replicates our voices as well. One of the things that I was talking to my mum about actually on Tuesday, because I was warning her about it, is that one of the sort of criminal tactics that people are seeing a lot of right now is that someone will call you, record your voice on a spam call. So they'll be ringing you to, you know, do some kind of survey or whatever, but it'll be a cold call. They'll record your voice and then they'll replicate your voice using AI and ring your contacts to ask for money. So there are things like that that are just really becoming more and more widespread. And that's why we want to be extra careful when it's anything to do with our personality. And if you ever get a phone call from me asking you for money, it is not me. It is some kind of AI criminal, and we will find them and take them down. Okay. Rachel, next year, this is fascinating but overwhelming. Very sorry. For the average person, could you put into context what the Marketing Magic tool offers in relation to the training academy? I have a sense that for hobby business owners in the setup and planning phase, that Marketing Magic should suffice. And I would be grateful if you could put this into perspective. Great question. Thank you so much, Rachel. So when it comes to Marketing Magic, and let's just like open this out up here. For the average business owner who is setting up, absolutely Marketing Magic will give you everything that you need to get your business up and running. So you can head over to Marketing Magic, use all of the different tools to your heart's content. This is very specifically designed for your marketing. So there are some tools in here like the Routine Builder, for instance, and some of the freestyle tools that you can use for other things, but they are designed predominantly and mainly to help you with marketing and the sort of communication of your brand on the internet. In the AI Training Academy, we're taking a step back and we are looking at the building of systems using AI to do other things in our businesses. So prompt engineering and custom prompt building is giving you the confidence and the skills to interact with models like GPT, whether you're using ChatGPT or something else, for other things that aren't your marketing. So you might have an idea for something else and you might be wanting to kind of understand how to get the best quality results out of AI models when you're interacting with them effectively on a freestyle basis is what we've got in Marketing Magic. The prompt packs cover a variety of things that are not included in Marketing Magic because they're not marketing, they are wider business systems. So if we have a look at some of the prompt packs here, you have got things like customer support and engagement. So what are some of the prompts and things that are helpful in terms of automating and streamlining the customer support side of your business, doing anything to do with business planning and creative ideas, etc., market research, product launch and development. Like, some of these things are covered obviously in Marketing Magic, but if you wanted to be planning out your business plan for the year ahead or creating a strategy, the prompt pack is just like a particular thing that you need to do, and here are the ways to get the information that you need out of AI for that particular workflow. How to run a power hour, how to work with contractors, so that includes working with like developers or designers or anyone that you're briefing to give you a set of results and deliverables. Brand storytelling is looking at how to like tell specific stories, again in a bit more of an editable flow, so you can take what you need from these and use them in a bit more of a freestyle way. So the AI prompt packs, some of them are covering elements of marketing, but it's really looking at like, okay, how can you use this like system to get like a bit more context, or how can you personalize it and customize it a lot more effectively. So they come with a prompt pack and a customizable prompt pack as well. And then the custom prompt builder is designed to help you basically do like whatever it is that you want to, but with a really good quality structure that works across different language models. So the prompt packs and the custom prompt builder are the only thing where you might see some elements of like, oh, I can repurpose content in Marketing Magic. But let's say you wanted to repurpose a piece of content exactly the same as like another piece of content that doesn't currently exist in Marketing Magic. So the skill of being able to prompt a large language model to give you what you need is a helpful thing to have. So apart from that, everything else is taking a step back and looking at like, okay, how do we address the skill here, or the implement this entire system in your business. So AI for Course Creators is my system for using AI as a course creator. Content repurposing with AI looks at it's wider than just your marketing content. So we're just taking a step further back. And if you are just setting up your business, you're not needing to use ChatGPT, Marketing Magic has everything that you need. Save yourself the overwhelm, because you don't need to have everything in here. The people who are going to find this really helpful are going to be people who are regularly trying to save time in their businesses, and they sort of know what they need to do, and they just want to make sure that they're doing it as efficiently as possible. And if there is anything that you want to do down the line, you can pick up one of these things as you need. But this is not a hard sell for you if you are using Marketing Magic and you're happy with the results that you're getting. This is a set of tools and trainings and resources that are going to help you get other systems optimized and look at your wider business operations, administration, like product, and how to just upskill when it comes to using AI for all of those different areas. So hopefully that makes sense. Adobe's Firefly image generation seems to be more ethical than some, and they talk a lot about the ethics of how they've trained it, but I need to dig into that a lot more. Interesting, Rachel, because I wonder how much of that is driven by the fact that the Adobe user base is a really, anti image generation, and how much of that is driven by their having to use that messaging, because designers and creatives are really have a real and fundamental problem with a lot of the image generation models that exist out there already. I'd love it. I'd love to give it my speech template and have AI interview me and structure that into a keynote I can judge. Yes, exactly. Those are the types of things. So that's a really good example, Tori, of something where Marketing Magic isn't necessarily designed to help you with that type of thing, because it's a bit more interactive. You have a very specific outcome in your mind that is relevant to your business. And so feeling confident to use AI and build out your own mini systems for those types of things is allowing you to basically create things that work for your way of working, for the way that your brain works, for the optimal way for you to bring in systems in your business that are going to help you with your specific vision. That was a very messy way of saying that, but hopefully you know what I mean. It's just that sense of there are certain things where your brain is going to find certain things more helpful and certain systems more helpful. There are certain places that you might get a little bit more stuck than others, and in terms of like some places you get more stuck than other places, and so when we feel comfortable and confident to use AI and we understand how to prompt it and how to edit our responses and how to get the best out of it, we can create our own sense of momentum when it comes to these different things. Taking voice notes and helping me come up with value emails. Yeah, exactly. If you've got voice notes, transcribing them and then using them to do that. I mean, you can do that with Transcript Magic and Marketing Magic as well, but you can absolutely do that. Awesome. So I think I've covered. Okay, so Heather, is the Academy or the Incubator good for a person who's creating a new business idea or better for leveling up an existing business? So I would say that if you are creating a new business idea, it depends what your business is. If you're a service provider, then the AI Academy is definitely something that is going to be helpful, because for service providers, your time is really, really the key thing that you're selling. So if you are a service provider, the AI Training Academy is going to help you optimize your time and your business system so that you don't burn out as you grow your business. The incubator is really looking at system design a lot more. And so that would be for more established businesses. I would not recommend joining the AI incubator if you do not have an established business and a sort of level of confidence with what you're doing already. So that's just to kind of explain that a little bit further. But the academy will work if you are, starting something from scratch. When we design an AI system, will we also create a UI for it? I'm wondering how our clients would use the tool. Yeah, I'll cover all of that in the system design side of things, Gillian, for how we can deliver things. So we will look at that more. I'm not talking too much about that right now because there are some things at play in my own business behind the scenes, which I will be able to talk more about inside the AI incubator. But you will have everything that you need to make sure that your clients can access whatever it is that you design by the end of it. I won't leave you with the system and then no way to deliver it. Don't worry. If we go for the academy now, will the incubator be available later on? Yes, the incubator is going to be available. It's 3,000 for the first 10 people, and then it goes up to 5,000, I think. But the price goes up after the first 10 people. But it's going to be open as a small group program, probably once every 3 or 4 months. So I haven't talked a huge amount about the incubator because that is something that is going to be available like on an ongoing basis, and the AI Training Academy, all of those things are going to be available. Like, you're not going to miss out on being able to buy any of these things because they will be available individually, but you will have to spend like nearly $2,000 to get them individually, and that's like minimum, because I'm likely to over deliver because I can't help myself. So when it comes to the pricing of it, the prices that and the value of this is based on what I've set the prices for currently, but I may end up increasing the prices of the prompt packs, for instance, once they are up and running as well. So there are certain things like that that remain to be seen. But if you have the AI Training Academy, you're basically getting everything for the next 12 months that is released. And then beyond that, you keep access to everything. But if I release anything new after that 12-month mark, you would need to just buy that separately, because that will not be included in this year's creative work as far as content is concerned. So I have got 5 minutes before my next call. If my internet has held up so far for this, I'm very grateful indeed. And if you're watching the replay, you can feel free to ask any questions in the comments, and I will happily answer them once I have come out of my meetings for the day. And then if you have an answer, have a question that you want answered more urgently, you can email, and Lucy will be able to respond to you because she's over in the inbox. So yeah, we've got 5 minutes. Any final questions before we wrap up for the Q&A session? Now is your time to ask them while I'm here and in real time. Thanks, Gillian. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for your great questions as well on today's live. No problem, Catherine. Excited to have you with us in it. It's going to be a really fun few months ahead, and we're going to have a great time together diving into all things AI. And like I said, if you've got any other questions that come up, do let me know in the chat. Make the end of day for purchase also for the US. Okay, Tori, yes. Okay, I thought it was set to midnight Pacific. So if it's midnight UK, then that's my bad. And I will resolve and fix that. So it'll be 12 midnight Pacific will be the cart close. So midnight Pacific will be the cart close, and let me make sure that all of my timers are up to date. And if you ask a question, because basically Lucy and I go to bed because it's the UK, so we go to bed, so we're asleep when the cart is like ending. If you ask a question, please know that we will honor the price at the time that you ask the question if you asked it overnight and we weren't around. That's just to reassure you, because when I make it midnight Pacific, it means that there's like a 6-hour slot where nobody's answering anything. Okay, great. I'm going to leave it all there. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. We're here if you have any other questions. And if you, think that this is a good fit for you, then I would love to have you inside either the AI Training Academy or the AI Incubator. But please know that this is something that is designed to help you grow your business where you are right now. As with everything online, you'll manage without it, right? Because you're a survivor. You've gotten to this point in your business without it. So I'm not doing the hard sell, because nothing in online business is a medical emergency. Nobody's bleeding from an artery. You will have what you need when you need it. But this is an incredible offer. I'm super excited about delivering it. I can't wait to help people within both the Training Academy and the Incubator on all of these different topics. And we are going to have an awesome 12 months ahead. So if you do decide it's right for you right now, then it would be awesome to see you inside. But if you have any questions or anything like that, then we're here to help you get all the information that you need to make a comfortable and confident decision for your business. How many incubator spots are left? Ali, I haven't actually checked that because I've been catching up after my internet wasn't working yesterday. So I will check and let you know. Awesome. Yeah, Ali, you 100% need more AI in your life. I'm 100% certain that AI would make your quality of life much, much better when it comes to some of those systems. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I will speak to you all soon, and I'll be in the chat if you have any questions once I am no longer live and you're watching the replay. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all inside the AI Training Academy if you decide to join. So have a great Friday and chat soon.